text May of 2020, and he said, "Hey, Scottie, I heard you're upset. Let me know when you have a minute to speak." Is that the last time you guys spoke?
Something like that.
Something like that. Did you actually call him? Like, did you guys talk, or did you just text him?
No, I think we ended up speaking briefly.
Did it end up being good, the conversation?
Yeah, I guess good and final.
That's what it was. Good and final. Because of you or because of him?
Yeah. I don't want to pick because of who. It's just good and final.
So Scottie Pippen gets on PBD podcast with Patrick, Bet David, and he had some choice words to say about your fake GOAT, Michael Jordan, and GOAT James. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to LeBron James. Listen, he says neither one of them are GOATs, and to him, he believes that Magic Johnson is the GOAT.
The two of them.
When you ask who's better, LeBron or Michael, you can't ask me who's the GOAT between LeBron and Michael. Neither one of them are GOATs. They both won differently. You can't put them at the top of the pinnacle. Magic Johnson, to me, is a bigger GOAT than anybody because of how he led, how he brought a whole team, how when the greatest scorer in the game, Kareem, was not there, and him as a rookie
center
steps in and plays a position that no one even knew he could play. That's transcending what you can do as a player.
You know what I'm saying? He said specifically because of how he led his team when it comes to him being a rookie and, when Kareem was out that one game and he got, 40 plus points, I believe it was 42 and things of that nature, even though Kareem played better than him in the finals. And, he carried him to that one game as a center and things of that nature. Shout out to Magic. It was a legendary performance and things of that nature. But he said that performance is a quintessential reason, or he alluded to the fact that, or the notion that, him in that performance, his rookie season was a key reason why Magic Johnson would be his GOAT and things of that nature. But it's like, man, if GOAT James had somebody better than him and higher than him on the all-time list when it comes to, peer review and resume and things of that nature, what do you think, Scottie, would happen with him and, his, championship pedigree and when it comes to number of championships and things of that nature, man? Scottie said that, what we all knew, that him and your fake GOAT didn't really have a relationship, and he didn't want to put the blame on exactly who was the reason why, but we all know who was the reason why, man. Scottie is coming out and does talk to people and, says, certain things, but he won't say too much due to the respect factor that he still has for your fake GOAT, even though your fake GOAT put foot on his ass and on his neck, 1 foot in his ass, 1 foot on his neck, on the back of his neck, while he got his neck on the damn guillotine, when it comes to the last dance. And that's because GOAT James, won a whole nother chip. You feel me? He felt played, thought he had to come out and protect his legacy. And in doing so, he thought that he had to protect his legacy even further by bringing up every bad instance that's ever happened to Scottie Pippen and in his career, whether he was there or not. You know what I'm saying? And Scottie Pippen even said that he didn't finish watching The Last Dance because of the disrespect that your fake GOAT gave the okay to put on that being Scottie Pippen's legacy.
That we did this, and I wanted to win, and I wanted to do this, and da-da-da-da. And it was the only time that he got emotional and got away. How did you process that moment when he's looking at that iPad and he's kind of giving a message and he needed a break?
I didn't see it.
You didn't watch The Last Dance?
I didn't see that part of it.
So you didn't watch all the 10 episodes?
No.
After what episode did you stop watching it?
Probably, I don't know, probably 6, 7.
The Kukoc episode.
Yeah, something like that.
You saw that episode. Was that the one where you're like, you know what, screw this, I'm done?
Yeah, I didn't want to see it. My kids got turned off on it, so it's kind of turned me off. So I didn't have any interest to watch it anymore.
You know, he even said, Scottie, that, you know, his kids was feeling some type of way because they seen the disrespect that went on in The Last Dance when it came to Scottie Pippen and his legacy, you know, and that was given the okay by Michael Jordan. You know, your fake GOAT, because he is a fake GOAT, got a fake legacy, fake defensive player of the year, weak ass championships, never beat a champion in his goddamn career. Every champion he ever went against, he got stepped out and stomped out on. You know what I'm saying? In bad fashion, man. You know what I'm saying? How is you a GOAT and you don't have your GOAT pedigree? And you don't have your GOAT pedigree taken, you know, you know, your GOAT pedigree has never been, you know, tested when it comes to championship medal. Everybody in the top 10, if y'all get in the room and get on a round table, everybody, Magic and Kareem, they're gonna say, let's look at who I beat. I beat Bird. You know, I beat GOAT Zeke. You know, at the peak, not with a bad wrist and all of this old a bad ankle and all of this old extra shit. You know, Zeke gonna say, hey man, I beat Magic, nigga. You know, I beat Kareem. That's who I beat. Who did you beat like that? You know, your fake GOAT gonna say he beat Magic without Kareem. Hurt B. Scott, hurt worthy, no Michael Cooper. What are you talking about? It's not good enough. Okay? All right? You hear me? You all right? You feel me? Come on, man. Scottie said that, you know, your fake GOAT, you know, the competitive nature when it came to your fake GOAT versus GOAT James is just no comparison. And he said that it's because GOAT James, he said it was because GOAT James played longer and because your fake GOAT played less. Like, so you're more competitive because your fake GOAT quit twice and played less? What is that? What is that?
Not too many people are built like that.
I agree.
Willing to compete at any level and at anything. So when you look at these players in today's era, being LeBron, there's really no comparison. When you talk about the level of competitiveness, Michael bunched up all of his competitiveness and sort of exposed it out to the world within 12 to 14 years. We saw his whole resume, his competitiveness, his drive, his will to win, what he's wanted to do. When someone like LeBron has to spread that out for 20 plus years, it's not the same drive. It's not the same fight. It's not the same hunger. And so when people try to make those comparisons of those two players, it's like talking to someone in the front seat, in the back seat. They ain't even in the same lane.
Did you see today? By the way, what a freaking point you just made. Condensing time frames. You know, I don't know if you saw the stat today. Who posted it that said, yes, LeBron may have passed Michael in the most 30-point games. It'll take another 32 years to pass Michael in 40-point games, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense, Scottie. And look, this is another thing Patrick Davis said, which is totally disrespectful. You know, he's like, you know, oh, it was so hard. You know, I just think it was so hard to be a fake GOAT, Michael Jordan. You know, because you know he was taking the brunt of the criticism. Like what?
Very interesting, very interesting. But to me, sometimes it's when a guy that comes in and is a lead dog and got a lot of the thorns that came his way, it's very hard to be a Michael. And I think it's also very hard for anybody to understand Michael. Anybody to understand Michael. I think there's only a few guys that can probably expound on that to understand the level of, you know, craziness to compete and the drive. And it's not I don't know how many people you can put in that to compare it to. Maybe a Brady and a couple other guys that, you know.
What? From the Jordan Night media? The media that he called over and over and said, hey, why you don't cook me?
On or off the court, Jordan guarded his carefully tilled public image.
He has an awful lot of clout. And I've heard from more than one person that if you step outside the bounds of how he wants you perceived, then the word will get to you.
We wrote a story about him in Sports Illustrated. He was trying to play baseball. And I think the story was fairly sympathetic, but the cover was bag at Michael. And he, to this day, will not talk to this magazine.
Jordan enlisted the media in his efforts to stay balanced on the high wire.
We protected him more than I'd like to admit. We just simply protected him because he asked us and because we were concerned as well about what the public reaction would be.
Michael Jordan is the Teflon athlete of our generation. Everything just fell off of Jordan. You couldn't win any points in the media if you said or wrote something bad about him. People didn't want to hear that.
Don't cook me who you cook. Don't cook me. You talking about the Jordanite media who took a shit on Pippen every single chance they could so they can prop up and bloviate your fake GOAT? You know? Who are you? What do you mean? Oh, what? What are you talking about? Because your fake GOAT had a gambling problem because he was a degenerate gambler and the media was speaking on that and he couldn't take it and quit. You feel me? Quit cause he couldn't handle the pressure of being a champion. He said it in The Last Dance. It was just too much. He got burnt out, tired from you tired from winning. So what type of competitor is that? What do you mean? Just because he's a degenerate gambler and he's gonna, bet a Rolls Royce on a dice game and things of that nature? What do you mean? What do you mean? What? Come on. You got competitors like that in the casino every goddamn day, man. How is that good? What does it mean if you're competing longer? Does that mean that you're less of a competitor? What the hell? What are you talking about? Was it harder to be your fake GOAT getting all of the credit, or was it harder to be your fake GOAT's wingman getting all of the blame? Huh? Because when it comes to GOAT James, he's getting all of the blame. It don't matter what happened, and that's cool. He's the head of the snake, whatever snake he's a part of, that being, with franchises and things of that nature. But you got to understand, when the Cleveland Browns and when the Miami Heat won, and when the Lakers win, they put in the blame. They saying, oh, it's Kyrie swerving, and oh man, it's D Wade. You know what I'm saying? And oh man, it's the brow. You know what I'm saying? When your fake GOAT winning, when he was winning in the moment, your weak ass Jordanites, them boys wasn't coming out saying, "Oh, it's Scottie," it's Scottie in droves. No, sir. That wasn't an underlying narrative from the Jordanite media or the fans of the NBA. No. It was all spearheaded and put on your fake GOAT Michael Jordan's shoulders. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, man. You feel me? What do you mean? No, it's harder to be Scottie Pippen because he getting stepped on every step of the way, regardless of good and bad steps that he's taken, and he's still out here putting the cape on, with the cap for your fake GOAT because he's still scared of the Jordanite pressure that's gonna come when you put foot on your weak ass GOAT Michael Jordan's neck, and it's a shame, and look, we upset about it over here with these mega facts, but the facts do remain, I mean, look, man, competitive. Look, who gives a damn? How competitive are you really if you quit the sport that you're so competitive in twice? How competitive are you really, man? Jack 'em up, Johnny. Talking about all of these 30-point games. Okay, and what? And what? He was a shot jacker. Okay? That's what he was. And what? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Who gives a damn that your fake GOAT jacking up 24, 28 shots a game? You know what I'm saying? Who cares? Who, he not dishing. He needed a big old dish master like Scottie Pippen, getting everybody else involved, or he would have been losing. Like he was losing. Never took a squad above 500 without Pippen on his team. Every year he was in the league and didn't have Pippen on his team, whether he was a rookie or not. If he didn't have Pip on his team, he's going below 500 every single year, man. What type of GOAT is that? Talk to me. You talk to me. What type of GOAT is that, man? It don't seem like a real one. You feel me? Come on. Come on. It's GOAT James. Too big. Too fast. Too strong. Oh, hold up. He said it's all about he got lanes to drive. Scotty, no zone defense in the 90s. All you had to do was clear the way. All you boys had to do was go on one side of the court, and everybody else had to follow you. It doesn't matter if you got Mark Eaton at the goddamn 3-point line. Hakeem had to be at the 3-point line with Mark Eaton. It doesn't matter if he can't shoot or not. Okay? So you can't be in the paint if you got Mark Eaton standing at the 3-point line. So what do you mean there's no lanes? You can make a bigger and wider lane than ever in NBA history. You feel me? Come on, man. The only reason why there is lanes these days is because people can shoot. You talking about, it's about the 3-point. Yeah, listen, you have to shoot for you to have lane. If you can't shoot, you won't have a lane. You don't have to guard everybody. I mean, you don't have to be 3 feet away from your man like you had to be when we're talking about weak sauce in the 90s, man. All right? They tried to help you boys 3-point acumen by making it a women's league, pushing the 3-point line in, which is the best years that MJ ever had shooting from the 3 when he played in the women's 3-point line era. You feel me? Yeah, 40% from the 3. Fool's gold. Fool's gold. You hear me? GOAT James, the chef, KD, the Bearden. Lick they wish. They do the bird. They'll do the Birdman hand rub when it comes to a woman's 3-point line, man. Come on. What are you talking about? They talking about pushing the 3-point line back because it's too easy, man. What are you talking about? You can't, nothing but lanes and driving to the back. What do you know? That's if you're good at driving to the basket. Okay, because they're gonna build. If you is good at driving to the basket, they're gonna build a wall for you. Okay, and if you ain't got the shooting acumen on your team, for them to not build a wall, you're gonna get clamped unless you're the best driver in the history of NBA or basketball. That being GOAT James, touch at the rim, all of that. You remember, Scotty? Do you remember when people used to say that your fake GOAT Michael Jordan was a better layup man than GOAT James? That's insane, ain't it? It seems insane now, don't it? Yeah, man. Oh yeah. He's not like that. He's not. Who he be better than the Warriors, man? Who you be better than Duncan, in the Spurs? Tell me, man. Tell me who he be better than the OKC Thunder with Hustle Westbrook and Big KD, man. What are you talking about? Talk to me. You talk to me. You feel me? God damn. Scotty. You out here still caping for your fake GOAT, even though he stepped on you. He stepped on you in the worst way with The Last Dance, so bad that you couldn't even watch the whole thing. Your kids was pissed off at your fake GOAT, Michael Jordan, because he stepped on you and stepped on your whole legacy. Got these Jordanites coming out, putting the cap on, caping for Michael Jordan, saying, look at this bum. Look at this bum that he carried. You know, even though it was your ass doing all of the damn dirty work for his weak ass to jack up all of them goddamn shots. Come on, man. It's pathetic. It's pathetic what this guy's doing and has done to protect his weak ass legacy. He don't even want to come out and speak for himself because he's gonna get stepped on, you know, because he can't defend most of the shit he was talking. That's why he came out here crying on the last day and talking about, man, if you don't want to do it like I did it, then you ain't got to. You feel me? Oh, don't cry, nigga. You got regrets, huh? Talk about it. Talk about it, pussy. Talk about it. I want to hear you talk. Get on Patrick Bet-David and defend yourself, fool. Listen, and Patrick Bet-David, he a clown. He a clown. He came out here putting a cap on for these insurance companies because, you know, he got an insurance company. He put the cap on for the insurance companies, canceling their goddamn policies when it comes to the fire policies, you know, that went on in the exact areas that was affected. You know, when it comes to the California fires, he put the cap on for those companies and things. You know, basically.
And then the premium for insurance comes, they're like, oh, I can't afford this.
Yeah.
Honey, we can't afford to pay this much. They're canceling it.
Yes, I
My
read that.
pastor from LA, who's a pastor of one of the biggest churches in California, 20,000 plus members. He gave me his permission to share his name. We talked about it on the podcast. Pastor Dudley Rutherford. 38 years he's been paying homeowners insurance in California. A week before the fire, one of the biggest insurance companies in California sent them a letter saying, we're canceling the homeowners insurance. We can't afford it no more. You know how many companies are leaving the state of California? By the way, it's so easy for politicians to say, you can't do that. You can't leave our state. Guess what? They also left Florida.
So this means that, okay, we're going to insure you as long as we can ensure that you won't need the insurance, because if you do need the insurance, we're going to make sure that you don't get insured to ensure that we, you know, can get all of your goddamn money. So why is that not, why do you not call that why is that not a Ponzi scheme? Why is that not some type of, you know, that's some sinister shit, man. Okay? You know how hard it is to get flood insurance when you out here in the NO, you know, underground? You feel me? You know that? Come on, man. What's happening, man? You feel me? You're 750. We ain't even gonna get into it. Shout out to Scottie Pippen. You know, it's kind of disgusting or whatever, how you put the cape on with the cap for a nigga that stepped on you and continuously steps on you, you know, and he was made sure that the Jordanite media doesn't step on him, you know. He's slick-siding you every step of the way, man, you know. I mean, and you sitting there taking it, you feel me, and putting the cape on for him, you know. I mean, look, you did a little bit of stepping, saying that Magic Johnson was better than them and things of that nature. Okay. You think Magic Johnson ain't better than GOAT James, even though Magic Johnson played with somebody that's higher on the all-time list than him, even though you're saying he's higher on the all-time list than Kareem? No, he's not. Okay? The prototype, Magic Johnson with a jumper and more athleticism. You saying GOAT James getting put in Magic Johnson's position wouldn't be able to do what Magic Johnson did and more? What are you talking about? That's cap. That's cap, man. Come on, man. You can't do this, Scottie. Come on, Scottie. It ain't disloyal to put foot on a dude neck that was disloyal to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.